Well, it's Christina again, and yes, I'm in my car again, just sitting here. Um, no fingernails on the steering wheel, and going at 50 miles an hour at the same time. Yes, somebody did that. Anyway, I just thought that I would give you today's adventure. Yes, I just touched my face, but I went grocery shopping with nitrile gloves on and a mask on, so I didn't touch anything in the store. I just forgot that I had touched my face anyway, but people still hugging and standing real close to each other, and that were not family members, and the toilet paper and paper towel was still completely wiped out. Item is unavailable. Big signs on the shelf. I just went in for pop and jello. It was weird. A lot of the jello was cleaned out too. Rice was completely cleaned out. I didn't go past the meat department very much, so I didn't get a good look there. Oh, pardon me. It's been one of those days. I'm just yawning. Let's see. What else did I notice was gone? Cereals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch and fake Cinnamon Toast Crunch was all gone. Other types of cereal were there. White bread was gone. These were just things that I noticed. It was just funny. But yeah, the toilet paper and the paper towel still gone. I didn't check hand sanitizer or anything like that. But yeah, people not being very careful still. So I don't know. Right now, Minnesota's on a lockdown. I have a letter stating that I'm an essential worker and that I need to be on the road. But we're not supposed to be doing anything within these 2 weeks. I was not yawning before I started this video. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, I had a face mask on and not a fabric one yet. I still have to set up the sewing machine or take them to work and make them by hand. And hubby got tested because he's got MS, so they just, when he goes in for his appointments every week, they test for COVID-19, and he's clear, so that's good. So more than likely that, I am too, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Haven't been sick, just down. Oh gosh, I gotta stop that. Just kind of really, really down, but things are picking up, and as long as I can keep working, we'll be fine. But yeah, it was an interesting trip to the grocery store. People still are not being very careful. If it weren't for the bad weather today, we had snow last night and we got cold rain today, I think that a lot of people would have their groups of kids back outside again, and they're just not being careful. I shared on my Nextdoor app and shared from another mom that I know the child, but she shared that when you have a child on a ventilator, they can make the crying look on their face, but no sound comes out. And so that's something that everybody needs to keep in mind, especially when it comes to your kids. They're not even going to be able to cry. And it's really hard for parents and for nurses to watch. So, yeah, keep that in mind. This is serious, guys. This isn't just playing around. These quarantines are in place because we're trying to slow down the spread. I don't know how far we're going to be able to prevent the spread, but if we can slow it down, then at least we get enough emergency equipment in the hospitals and stuff. The cheapest ventilator that I found is about $1,000, and that's not with the accessory equipment to go with it. the ones that the hospitals have that have oxygen administration, that have nebulizer, that have humidity and everything else, those machines can run up to $10,000 each. At-home ventilator does not have attached humidity, does not have attached nebulizer, all of that stuff. So that equipment cost ends up climbing. And so that's something that, is a serious consideration right now, is there is a lot of cost to this. And getting the equipment out there is pretty hard too. So, because there's small towns in America that the nurses have never even seen a ventilator in the hospital, let alone out in the community. And I've been at some of these small town hospitals, and they looked at me like I was an alien because I had a patient with a vent, and I had to stay in the hospital extra shifts just to cover unpaid. Because they didn't have anybody to run the ventilator and manage it for the patient. So that's the way it is. This is how unprepared we have been. And so getting prepared for this is really rough. This is why we have to abide by this quarantine as much as possible. Because we have to get the medical care in place. This is something completely new that we've never, ever had to deal with before on this level, where we can save lives if we have the equipment necessary. So our president's going to have to just get over the fact that this is going to be expensive, and it's something we have to do. Or a lot of people are going to die towards the end of this, if there is an end to it. I had hoped it would go the way of SARS and just fizzle out, but it didn't. And people in nursing homes, to visit their relatives, the relatives have to stay outside the glass doors, and there's a glass door in between them and their relative now. They're not allowed to even enter the building, because if one person gets it, a lot of people in there are going to die. And this has happened in nursing homes when we've had things like Clostridium difficile go through facilities, things like that. Anything that's highly contagious is going to take out a lot of people. And that includes this. So we do need to protect the weaker parts of our population. Again, serious hand washing. Now, while the fabric masks won't necessarily protect you from COVID-19 itself, because the fibers, you don't have a filter in the mask generally, they still will keep you from touching your face. Good thing to have. I don't know. I know people are probably going to gripe at me because I'm a nurse and we have to keep our supplies ourselves, but if you can get nitrile gloves, if they don't have them at your local Walmart or Target, you can order them online. They may be expensive, but you just have a pair on when you go out, and you have those gloves on. That's another reminder, you don't touch your face. Take them off at the end of first off, wash your hands before you put them on. Let your hands completely dry. And then when you're done with whatever you're doing outside, then you take them off again. Wash your hands again. Lotion up really, really well to keep your skin intact. Mine is not right now. I have to put barrier ointments on when I'm doing anything. But yeah, that's going to be your best bet. Keep this stuff away from your mucous membranes, and you should be pretty well off. So that's it. And if they tell you to stay indoors and not do it, not get together in large groups, don't use it as an excuse to party. Just listen. This is not a hoax. This is not fake. So anyway, I'm going to head back home. Got to put my seatbelt on and, put my glasses on and all that stuff. So stay safe, everybody. Wash your hands. Lotion your hands. Stay far apart. If you have to buy hoop skirts to do it, so be it. Blessed be everyone. Have a great day.